Americans have a distinct way of pronouncing the T sound, the true T, and the glottal T, or the glottal stop. So when the letter T comes in between two vowels, or when it's surrounded by vowels, Americans pretty much use the D sound instead of the T sound. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Solomon from your friend Jeff. In this channel, we learn pronunciation, English pronunciation for Ethiopians. Today I'm going to be talking about the English T or the T sound. It's a bit of a tricky situation when it comes to pronouncing the T sound because it's not always pronounced as T. Natives enunciate the T sound in different ways. That's why it appears to be one of the very confusing sounds in English. እጅግ አደናጋሪ የሆነችዋ ት ድምፅ በተለይ ለኛ ለኢትዮጵያውያን እንግሊዘኛን እንዳንረዳ የምታደርገን ለምንድን ነው? በብዙ መንገድ ስለምትነበብ ነው። ስለዚህ እንዴት እንደምትነበብ እንዴት እንደምትጠራ ዛሬ እናያለን ማለት ነው። እዚህ ጋር የአሜሪካን ቲ እና የእንግሊዟን ቲ ማየት ይጠበቅብናል። Americans have a distinct way of pronouncing the T sound depending on where the sound appears. They pronounce the T sound in 4 different ways. The first one, the true T, when the T is clearly pronounced. The second one, and the very confusing one, is the tap T or the flap T, when the T sound is changed into the D sound. And the third one is the held T. The air is held in the mouth when pronouncing the T sound. And the fourth one is the vanishing T sound or the vanishing T when the T is vanished. So what does a true T mean? A true T means the T is pronounced. ለምሳሌ መጀመሪያ ላይ ስትመጣ ሊሆን ይችላል፣ መሃል ላይ ስትመጣ ሊሆን ይችላል፣ መጨረሻ ላይ ስትመጣ ሊሆን ይችላል። T sound በደንብ የምትሰማበት ማለት ነው። For example, if we see these words, to, tech, teach, see the T is pronounced. So the letter T comes at the beginning of the word, so it's pronounced, it's clearly heard. And when it comes at the middle of the word, in words like until, hotel, return, so the T is pronounced. And when the T sound or the letter T comes after consonants like C, L, and F, it's pronounced in words like fucked, left, melt. You see? So the T is clearly pronounced. So there is no confusion here. So fortunately, we Ethiopians have that T, yes, the T sound, so we can easily understand that. And the second one is the flap T or the tap T. This one is the most confusing one. So when the letter T comes in between two vowels, or when it's surrounded by vowels, Americans pretty much use the D sound instead of the T sound. When I say D, I mean the light D, not the strong one. So in words like water, beta, later, city, get out, Americans use the D instead of the T. They may say water, later, better, city, get out. See? So they change the T sound into the light D sound. See? Can you give me some water? I'll see you later. I love my city. Get out of my way. They just use the D sound instead of the T sound when the letter T comes in between vowels. And this one is a very confusing one. And the third one is the held T, when the air is held in the mouth when pronouncing T t sound. For example, if we see these words about, apartment, student, president, and if we see this phrase, it was, then they say
about. It was. Apartment. Instead of apartment, apartment.
So in this case, the t is called a held t. And the fourth one is the vanishing t sound, or the vanishing t, when the t is vanished. So in words like internet, printer, they pronounce them this way. Listen to this.
So instead of internet, you'll hear a native speaker say internet. Do you have internet access? Printer. Instead of that true T, printer, you'll hear a lot of native speakers say printer.
There is no t sound, yes? They just drop the t sound. So Americans pronounce the t sound in 4 different ways. So you need to understand these features of the t sound to better understand native speakers. So let's see how the British people pronounce the t sound. In British pronunciation, the t sound is pronounced in 2 major ways: the true t and the glottal t, or the glottal stop. So if we see these words, see water, later, beta, city, get out, get on. So in British English, you can use the true T all the time. There is no limitation. You can use. And as a foreigner, it's even better to use the true T instead of the glottal T. So the second feature, as I told you, is the glottal T, the glottal stop. See, they do not pronounce the T clearly. They may say water, le'a, be'a, se'e. You see? So that T sound is lost in the throat. To make you understand it better, let's listen to this.
And that on the street, as you put it, is really what is firing you up now, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, like I know a lot of kids that are in similar positions to me, but if I can show them something where they can do something other than being on the streets.
You see, ማርከስ ራሽፎርድን የማታውቁት ካላችሁ የማንቸስተር ዩናይትድ እግር ኳስ ተጫዋች ነው፣ አጥቂ ነው። ስለዚህ ከጋዜጠኛው ጥያቄ እየቀረበለት ነው። አሁን በሰማችሁት መንገድ ጋዜጠኛው በአመዛኙ if you have a sharp ear, you notice that the journalist uses the true T, yes? And Marcus Rashford glottalizes every T. ምን ብሎ ነው የጠየቀው ጋዜጠኛው? ከመሀል የተቆረጠ ኢንተርቪው ነው, of course. ምን አለው? And that on the street, as you put it, is really what is firing you up now. ብሎ ነው አይደል የጠየቀው? ስለዚህ ማርከስ ምን አለ? Yeah, basically, I know a lot of kids that are in similar positions to me, but if I can show them something where they can do something other than being on the streets, I don't know.
And that on the street, as you put it, is really what is firing you up now, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, like I know a lot of kids that are in similar positions to me, but if I can show them something where they can do something other than being on the streets.
You see, ግን ግሎታላይዝ ስላደረገው ወይም ትን ግሎታላይዝ ስለሚያደርጋት ከጋዜጠኛው ይልቅ የሱን ንግግር መስማት ይከብደናል። አያችሁ፣ ጋዜጠኛው ጋዜጠኛ ስለሆነ ብዙ ሰው አንደርስታንድ ማድረግ ስላለበት he uses the true T, but Marcus Rashford uses the glottal T. So as foreigners, we don't have to use the glottal stop or the glottal T. We can use the true T all the time. There is no problem. So that natives can understand us better. But to understand them better, we need to know these features exist in English. ስለዚህ በዚህ መንገድ ነው እነሱን የመረዳት አቅማችን ከፍ የምናደርገው። አያችሁ አንዷን ድምጽ በጣም በብዙ መንገድ ነው የሚጠቀሟት ማለት ነው። ይሄን ማወቅ ስንችል የሚናገሩትን ነገር በደንብ የመረዳት እድላችን ከፍ እያለ ይመጣል ማለት ነው።